What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a great day, evening, morning, whatever time you're listening to us. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Whattadud. And we have a great episode for you guys today. Gabby, how are you doing? And CJ, how are you doing?
I'm just lovely. Convincing enough?
The way CJ is drooling.
It's like, I am just lovely. I am putting on the front, but it's okay. It's okay because, where some may fall short, and maybe life is kicking you down, and life is just beating you up until you just say surrender. I say don't surrender yet, my friends, because Whattadud is live and direct into your earphones, into your TV speakers, no matter how you're watching it. And I just want to say, when this airs, a certain sport will be started. Baseball season to all my people who are into baseball and all my people who are into fantasy baseball, because the Albany Booty Clippers this season are ready to go, and I'm super excited. My brand new shirt from my fantasy baseball team, the Booty Clappers, and just believe you don't want to get in the way of us because your booty will be clapped. This is not a sports show, but I had to show it off for you guys because, season's about to start. So there you go. There you go.
Funny thing, listeners, we made a fantasy baseball league last year, and CJ's the first one to sign up. And his team name was the Albany Booty Clappers. And I texted him, are you sure you want this to be your name? Because when you win, that will be on your banner. And he said, booties will be clapped. And I knew from then on, all right.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Booties will be clapped. Clapping shall happen. I was so happy this came in yesterday, and I laughed hysterically for like 5 minutes straight when I saw this. Because I was just like, I just did something out of a whim, and it just came out so great, and I love it.
Albany Booty freaking Clappers. But CJ, how are you doing, man? Because you definitely didn't say how you were doing.
Oh, man, I'm great. I am phenomenal because, I'm just preparing myself. I went to Costco. I bought a shit ton of Preparation H for all of my opponents that I'm going to play this year, because I'm getting ready to clap every single one of y'all's cheeks this year, because I've prepared. I've over prepared. I got stats. I got analytics. I am not taking an L this year. Okay, my first matchup is against the champ, and so when you go against the champ, you best not miss. And just like every time I try to step up to the plate for Gabby, I don't miss. I don't miss.
Never misses.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Never misses.
But yes, and today, I secured the bag and got us the MLB TV package. Yes, I was shaking because I didn't know if it was going to work.
T-Mobile Tuesdays, baby.
Hey, T-Mobile Tuesdays. Might have crappy service, but we get a lot of perks. All right.
Don't forget about that. Forget about this. MLB, Apple TV.
Exactly.
Don't think about
MLS. They give us everything. They give us everything. But yeah, so you guys know how this show works. I'm going to ask you a dud or dandy question, and you let me know if it's a dud or a dandy. I'm going to start off with you, Gabby. We sent it to you in our group message. Dud or dandy, live action of the Aristocrats. What are your thoughts?
Dandy. I'm here. Well, as long as I take out the little bit of racist part that's in it, Otherwise, dandy. I'm there for it.
Fair.
But also, I hope they do it like Lion King kind of live action instead of like actual people dressed up as cats, because I don't know if you guys watched Cats the musical that they did the movie not too long ago. It was real creepy and disgusting, so fingers crossed for like animals and not humans.
I was excited until you said that, and now I'm like, Jesus.
You're
I really
welcome.
hope they don't put that. I really hope. I think they probably will do it as like the Lion King. I hope so. I hope they do. If they don't, it's going to be
weird.
Weird.
But unless you're into that,
It could be a furry. Who knows? People could be.
No kink shaming here.
No,
hey, ladies and gentlemen, I just
none.
want to get you ready because this episode is going to get very rated R, maybe even rated X. Just give you a heads up.
And I'll be the moderator for it. because I can't go down that path
That's
with these
cap.
guys.
That's
'Cause
cap.
last
Because
week,
you like to
last-
have fun with us too much.
And
you,
I'm
like-
gonna drag it back down to the rated R rated X. So
oh man. So yeah. So you said Dandy. CJ,
see, Senor.
Dutter Dandy. Our boy. I cannot pronounce his name, but he plays Sam Obasanya in Ted Lasso. Is going to be in a new show called The Power. Is that a Dutter Dandy?
Got the power.
Seeing him in another on Amazon. He left Apple. Not say he left Apple, but he was with Apple. Now he's with Amazon. How do you feel about it?
To be honest, it's kind of like when you date a girl named Amber for a long time. Now you're going to a girl named Ashley. So you're still an A name. So you know you can start off right, the at, and you just got to find it somewhere in the middle. I'm gonna call this a Dandy because I'm excited to see range for his as an actor. Right? I'm excited to see him in something else because obviously I know him as a soccer player who can pull cougars. Oh my god! So now I need to see like what other range does he have? Can he, just pull regular girls? Does he even like younger girls? Like I don't know. But
like
I'm
2.8
excited.
turbo, or we're talking about 2.2 liters, or we're talking about like,
Oh, okay, we're talking 2.5, right?
2.5. Okay,
Yeah,
making
2.5,
sure.
2.5.
That show actually debuts on Friday.
Yeah. So if you're listening to this, if you listen to this when this first drops tomorrow, if you listen to it past when this episode drops, it's out now. So you should definitely check out The Power on Amazon Prime. We're not sponsored. We're just interested as movie goers and TV watchers and all that jazz and Jimmy. It should be fun. It's a Dandy. I'm excited to see actors in different roles because you want to see like art and like actors be able to just really push themselves in different roles, unlike The Rock.
Why do you hate this man so much?
I don't hate The Rock. I love The Rock, but I'm very upset with him in DC, like what he did. Because, okay, let's talk about this. I got 2 seconds.
I'll let you know one thing. I was very excited when I watched Shazam: Fury of the Gods that he was not in it. I was hoping.
Oh, he definitely wasn't going to be. They got beef. He got beef with everybody, right? I think the cracks of the Rock armor is starting to show, and I think I think I talked about this with you, but I think what The Rock was trying to do with DC was to continue to make sure he get booked, right? How much longer can we keep doing these Rock movies? And I think he's starting to see that, I'm at the fall off. Vin Diesel might have been right and might said, I ain't shit. And I wasn't trying to listen to it. I swung on him, right? So it's just okay, now that failed. That crashed and failed. They're going James Gunn. Now I'm out here looking dumb as hell. Okay, and I try to take over DC Universe, and they didn't allow it to happen. So who knows what obviously The Rock, XFL, Zoa, Terramana Tequila, all his different, business endeavors that he has, he'll be okay.
Right.
But in terms of movies, I don't know. It might be drying up. We'll see.
We will see. By the way, if you haven't gone to see Shazam, Fury of the Gods, go see it. It's a really good movie. I'm not going to say it's a great movie. I'm not going to say it's the best movie, but it's definitely on the good tier of good DC movies. Didn't know what to expect when I watched it. But when I watched it, it was really good.
All right,
so
let me keep it a buck. Wait till it gets on HBO Max because even Daniel Levy was like, this shit ain't going to do well. He knew it. So I was like, okay, if he said it, I ain't gonna go pay my money.
That's fine. Wait, I promise you, it's a really good movie. Just to if you have a boring day or you just have a day where you want to just do something, just watch the movie. It's a really good movie. You will like it. It's a really good story and everything. But I would love to talk about the movie that we're going to be doing a review today on, and The Greatest Beer Run Ever, starring Zac Efron as Chicky Donahue, and did not know that this was a true story. That really happens. But yeah, I kind of want to start with Gabby on this one. Or I'll start with CJ on this one. What did you think of this movie? And if you trash this movie on your first sentence, I just want you to take it back a little bit and just let me enjoy 10 seconds of what you're going to say about this movie. So, CJ, let me know what
You want me to go first?
Yes,
Or-
I want you to go first. About tell me your thoughts, and don't give me a rating yet, but tell me your thoughts on this movie. Please don't shit on it in the first 5 seconds. At least give it some before.
All right, you ready? Here we go. Here's my official review of The Greatest Beer Run. Came out in 2022, starring Zac Efron, Zac Efron, actually, if you didn't know this, or if you didn't grow up with Zac Efron, he was in a really good movie. A trilogy, actually. High School Musical, 1, 2, and 3. Great movies. Cult following. Kids loved it. Sing the songs. Him and Vanessa Hudgens, the cutest couple ever, right? It's the start. Now, this movie, a 2-pack of ass. All right. So this. Okay. I'll dial it back. At first, it took me 2 days to watch this. I started watching maybe like the first 30 minutes of it. Wasn't interested, wasn't feeling it. But also, I watched a lot of really good movies before that. So it's kind of like maybe I was getting burnt out. So maybe I had to take a little breather. But it was a slow starting movie. Zac Efron did a great job in terms of me hating him, because I really fucking hated his character the entire movie, which maybe that was the point of it, be a fucking dumb fucking character. He's good at that because he got a thing with the high school and all the other bad characters and bad movies he's been in. But yeah, I just really hated his character. Actually, like, to be quite honest with you, like, I was just like, I get it, right? Because, like, okay, this is a period piece. So in the 60s, we weren't very smart. Okay, let's say that we weren't very smart back then. Okay, it's still to this day because some shit's about to pop off. So enjoy this time while you have it, guys. But anyways, and he's just like, okay, America, I love my troops, my guys. We out here doing. We're gonna go ahead and get him a fucking beer. You know how cool would that be? I give him a fucking beer, right? Yeah. I'm gonna go to Vietnam. I'm gonna go to Nam and get them a beer because you know what they're saying on the fucking news is bullshit. Straight bullshit. Well, sir, you're a fucking idiot. Okay, first and foremost, you'd be like, oh no, I served in the military, bro. You was a reserve fucking in Massachusetts. Okay, you was fucking twiddling your fucking thumbs, had your thumb up your ass. Okay, that's first. That's second of all. So, like, obviously, it's based off a true story, which is cool. So obviously, you know, sometimes they could jazz it up a little bit to make the movie actually interesting, but I don't know. I just don't know. I get that he understood that the war is more serious, but like I felt like the amount of character development we got was from starting here to here. And I feel like it just wasn't much of a true story. And it was just like, oh, an idiot got stuck in a stupid situation that everyone knew that was a fucking dumb situation to bring my fucking beer. Here, they don't got American beer over here, Tommy. Oh, you mean like that fucking, you know, Natty Light over there they got? Like, come on. Like, it was, I don't know. But, like, visually, the movie was really good. Like, once they got to the war parts where the shit was blowing up, and, like, that was, like, astonishing. That was beautiful. Once you start seeing a dead body, you could start to see the change. I just wish this movie was 2 hours. You could have made this bitch 1:20 easily. You could cut out a lot of shit, and it would have got the same result, maybe even better. So that's just how I feel. But like astonishing, the cinematography was solid. The story was okay. Respect to the guys who did serve in Vietnam, because this shit was a stupid, pointless war. And which, you know, get ready to buckle up, guys. Get ready to go back at it. So but yeah, overall, this movie is okay. Yeah. Gabs, what do you think? Can I call you that? That felt weird saying that.
No,
How do you
we're
feel about
friends. You're allowed to call me Gab.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool,
only
cool.
my friends can call me that.
Perfect.
Yeah, we're close enough.
Not close enough to do.
So we're gonna start. So we're gonna start with the positives, right?
Okay.
Zac Efron.
How do you feel about the Zac Efron with the mustache?
No.
All his, by the way.
The entire time, I was like, why does he look 47 in this movie. And he's supposed to be in his 20s. And then, like you said, it was very slow to start. Like, it took forever to get into them. Like, honestly, I was like, is this movie over yet? Because it's like, it was, the accents were terrible. When I found out it was in the 60s, I was so excited because I was like, oh, maybe I'm gonna get to see some fashion. No fashion wasn't it. Like, this house kind of had like a 60s, like, it was very disappointing, the whole like decade aspect to it, I guess. But it was just a very disappointing movie. I mean, it was okay. And then I just want to say that Christian labeled this movie as a good chill movie. I was depressed once I got to the war stuff. I was like, to see how sad, like all the sad stuff that was going on. I'm like, you think this is chill? I'm sitting over here like literally, like people had to go through this shit and I'm depressed and like, this is the worst. And he's like, oh yeah, it's a good chill movie. What? No.
What was the guy who died? Wednesday, they called him? Or no, what was it? Oklahoma.
Oh, yeah. Huey, man, that hurt me.
He was a cool guy.
That tore me down. That tore me down.
Thanks for that too. Also, real chill. Yeah, real chill. Love that.
I'm gonna give this movie. Do you still have more to say?
No, I'm good. Otherwise, it'll just
I don't want to cut you off.
I'm good too on this fucking movie.
Oh my God. Well, I'm gonna give the movie some praise. Do I think it was a great, awesome movie? No, I don't. Damn, she cut her whole camera off because when I started talking about goodness,
she said,
"Yeah, I'm out of here."
Get this shit out.
But personally, CJ, I thought it was just a good, chill movie, and I think I went into this because Peter Farrelly did so great with his other movie, Green Book.
Okay,
talking about another real life story. So I went into this thinking, oh, he's done it again. Can't wait to see it. And I also went into it thinking not too much of it because I haven't seen many Apple TV movies.
Yeah.
Only the TV shows. And I feel like you're either good at one or the other. For some reason.
They got some bangers, though.
I haven't seen any much.
You got to watch.
I don't know.
There's obviously you got the banker. And then I think, what's that one with Jennifer Lawrence? That one, I think that got nominated for an Oscar, I think.
Oh, I didn't know that. But it was to me, it was a good movie. I liked the accent that Zac Efron had.
Oh,
I liked it. I thought it was funny. I thought
it didn't even sound New York. It didn't even sound New York. It sounded like Boston almost.
Oh snap, dude! She scared the crap out of me, dude. I was like Paranormal Activity. Gotta go.
Yo,
see you later. See you later.
The greatest camera run because that shit was running away from her. Golly.
But I thought it was, like I said, it was a good movie to me, and I thought it was also a comedy. Shout out to
how many times did you actually laugh in this fucking movie?
I laughed a lot. Aaron Afalo was in it. He was a NBA player who was in the league for 12 years. He played Sarge when he got down when Zac Efron's character landed, and he was like, "God dang it, they don't tell me nothing." And they went back to the little bunker, and he was like, "Call old boy in." And then he was like, "All right, I'm gonna sit right here. I want you guys to cover me." And he was like, "No, not doing that." I thought that whole scene there was hilarious. And then when he was like, "What are you doing here?" "I'm bringing you a beer." "Who you with?" "I'm with you." He's like, "What?" And then when he handed him the gun and everything, I thought that was funny. To me, I thought that was funny. He's like, "Why are you handing me this gun? Just in case they get you. Shoot yourself, so you don't give them any information." He's like, "Oh, I don't know anything." "They don't know that, asshole." I was like, I thought that was funny to me. I thought the whole movie
when you hilarious. Explained it just now was way more funny than the execution of that fucking movie. I really laughed in that movie. I'm trying to think now, like, did I even laugh watching this movie?
I didn't.
Oh,
not
boy.
once.
I think I laughed harder at the TikToks that I was watching while I was watching this movie.
Well, like I said, I thought it was a good movie. I didn't think it was the best movie ever, and I'm not going to give it a high rating either. But I mean, I just thought it was just a good, to me, chill movie. Like, thought the story was interesting. Didn't know that it was real. Aaron Afalo playing in it, that was pretty cool. I just thought the storyline was really good. Zac Efron, I liked his accent, even though he was in reserves in Boston. I don't. But I thought it was a good movie. So what would you guys rate this movie? Gabby, you can go ahead and go first. CJ, you're not going to get a turn because we get it. We get it.
I'm gonna have to give this probably like a 4, and that's me being nice.
Okay, nothing wrong with that.
We'll just say
that. Nope, CJ, we're not going to go to you on that one. I'm going to give this movie.
Crazy.
I'm going to give this movie like a 4.3. Because like you said, CJ, just because
you said it's good. So what is your medium for good? If you say it's a good movie, I feel like that should be at least over a 5.
Then I feel like I need to give it a lower rating.
Because to me, like I said, I went into this thinking like it was going to be another Peter Farrelly movie of Green Book, and I was comparing it to Green Book the whole time, thinking like, you know, he will take a story, like a true story, and put it into screen. And it didn't have the same impact as Green Book. And
for sure,
I didn't want to give it a high rating because it wasn't like the best movie that I've seen, and it wasn't on tier of like a movie I'll watch again and again. But it's also like a movie like if it's on TV and I have nothing to do, I'll watch it because it's like a chill, good movie to me.
But you said good. What is your rating, right? What number
terrible?
Is like good.
Bad is like 1 to 3. Good is like.
Well, then I give this a
4.
2.
Okay, that's okay.
I need to switch it up then because.
All right, yeah, that's fine. So
yes,
it's bad for me. 4 to about, I'll say early 6, like 6.5, and like that's like a movie that I'll watch again, and then like 6.5 to like a 10 is like. All right, like I'll pay money to see this again. Spectrum. Sorry, this is my spectrum. I mean,
it is. But I mean, you follow whatever you want on it.
I appreciate that. But yeah, I give it like a 4. I don't even remember what I said. I'll say what 4.3, 4.8, 4.5. I don't know. It's in the 4s. I'll say it's a 4.3. Yeah.
All right. Cool. Just for my rating, I'm giving it a 1.1. I was going to give it a 2 for a 2-pack of ass, but I don't want to give it that much. So,
all right. Well, next we're going to talk about.
It's a 2. It's like a 2.1 because it's not a complete pack of ass, but but like because of the added true story behind it, I was like, okay, and it got to support the troops.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Wait, where's this thing at? Okay, I'm bringing it up. All right. So next we're going to talk about Ted Lasso, episode 2, in which this show is starting off real heavy. A lot's going on.
Way more heavier this season.
I want to start, if we're going to the very beginning of the episode, the song that was playing, I was like, what is this? Because it's a mashup between Good as Hell and Lovely Day. And let me tell you, I put that song on and it was sunny, 75. I had my windows down and it was a complete vibe. Continue.
It was a vibe.
She is known for finding songs in a TV show and like adding it to her playlist. I can tell you the amount of times we're watching She-Hulk and she takes a song from She-Hulk and like adds it to her list. By all means. I mean, I didn't even remember the song at all, but I think what was it a mashup of?
Good as Hell and Lovely Day.
Good as Hell and Lovely Day. I'm gonna listen to it later. But yeah. So this episode, I cannot remember where it starts at. But does anyone remember where it starts at?
I just remember the song.
This episode starts. No, I don't.
I can just tell you what happens in the episode. In this episode, you see a lot of.
This lines up because for The Last of Us, I would always watch it right before we recorded this.
That's true.
But Ted Lasso comes out like a whole week before, so
it literally comes out the day before we record, or day after we record, but the day before we come out. So it's just like a weird.
And I have no idea what's happening. I'm like, I don't know what's happening.
Let me tell you what I found out, and I told Gabby this. So you know it's supposed to come out on Wednesdays, right?
Yeah.
No, it comes out on Wednesdays, but our Tuesday in England.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
so that's what they do, and I'm like, why is he saying this Wednesday? But like every time we end the show, like tonight, it's gonna be like it's on there right now. No, it's probably gonna get on there probably around 8 or
No,
9
because
o'clock.
it's 5 hours from us, so 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
It should be now.
Yeah, it should be coming up here soon because it still says coming this Wednesday. But yeah, that's super weird. But in this episode, basically what happens is, Keely,
Oi. Oh yeah, it starts off with because doesn't it start off in the hallway and it's Roy and Keely,
no, I think
right?
it's
Or is that a little bit
the-
further?
That's a little bit further, but I think it starts off with
We're gonna
Keely.
figure this goddamn thing out.
I can't think.
I'm rewatching the episode.
I just remember this. I just remember the story plot. Rebecca and Keely are kind of the main people, and
starts at
Zaza.
Keely's office, flowers, and obviously she's trying to figure out this new life of being a boss ass bitch.
Hey.
And but obviously everyone hates her, or not even hates her. I think they're scared of her in a way because I guess she's supposed to be this like intimidating prick of a boss. The whatever accountant lady, COO, she needs to get laid. Pardon my French.
the
She got to stick somewhere the sun don't shine. Like it is crazy.
She likes snow globes.
But
Weird
yeah,
thing.
I thought it was funny too. Like early, how there's like, oh wait, oh you guys broke up, Keely and Roy. Sorry, mate, I broke up with her. You? Oh no, it was beer. Ah! No screens have me weak. Ah! That was great.
Oh my god, them in the locker room and everything, and oh boy, the writer.
Oh,
the writers in
Kent?
it. No,
Something Kent.
Nowhere near.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's
The
something,
writer?
Yeah,
The
something
interviewer
akin to
guy?
the Independent.
yeah.
I don't know about that one. We'll see.
I'll find out
looking
right
it up?
now. Continue. Yeah, I got it.
But yeah, he wants to do a storyline because he left the media thing
Independent.
and he wants independent and he wants to do like a book on the team. And Roy Kent is just like, hey, don't talk to this guy. And he just hates him a lot. Every time he enter the room, they would it was insane.
Can't say nothing.
But fast forward a little bit though, you get to the position of Keely introducing her friend to the company.
I don't like that friend. I don't like her. I do not like her. I feel like something's about to happen. I know
maybe she might try to run the company. She might try to go over her head or something. Who knows?
she a hustler, right? Like she
Start out
has that
another
life.
one.
She's trying to expose Keely for not knowing what the hell she's doing because obviously she has experience doing stuff. She's been a model girl.
Right.
And she's like, oh, Keely, I'm so proud of you for making it out. Not like having to like rely on a footballer to like get out, get your money, and do your thing. Like you're a boss ass bitch. Or somebody say bass,
Bass. But yeah, so that happens. And Keely finally has a little connection with her finance.
Crib?
Yeah, Trent Crib. There we go. She has a little connection with her finance person, and she starts to understand her a little bit. And they kind of have like a little moment, and then she's like, "Hey, I'll give her this title." And then you fast forward a little bit to God, what is her name? Rebecca. And Zaza is the guy.
Zaza, that boy go crazy. Zaza.
Zaza enters the building at Chelsea, and first of all, fuck Roy Kent for playing for Chelsea. Fuck that guy. Okay, hate Roy Kent. Hate that he.
Yeah,
played for Chelsea.
fuck Chelsea.
Yeah,
Anthony, if you listen to this, fuck Chelsea. Okay,
Chelsea.
Fuck Chelsea. We beat y'all last time too.
But he has like a life moment of where Roy enters the stadium and they're all clapping for him, cheering, whatnot. And then Zaza enters and they're like, fuck you, Roy.
Yeah, right. Oh, Sean.
And then what's his name? The guy on the team that's always smiling. And he's like, Zaza's here. Zaza's here.
Danny Rojos.
Danny.
Football is life.
But
I love him.
You see that happen, and then you see Rupert. Can't stand that name. Rupert go after Zaza, and they're just talking it up, chatting it up, smiling.
Hey, he is suave. The way he just talks to him, make you feel like you're the only person in the room. It's kind of like every time I come on the show, and it's just me and Gabby, and I forget that. Who's the other guy who got on the show? Something.
Christopher.
Oh yeah, something like that. Who cares?
That's it.
Yeah, it's just the Gabby and CJ show. To be honest with you,
damn.
I mean,
and this is when you guys found out that Christian got fired. But and then you see kind of a moment with Rebecca, and you see that we all hate Rupert for what he did, but then you figure out how he got Rebecca, and she tells a story about how like he came into the restaurant and like he asked her out and she said no because you're married, and he went in there for like 3 weeks straight, like every day for like 3 weeks straight or something like that. And then he sat at the bar and like just hung out with her. And I don't remember exactly what he said, but I think he said something like, I have nowhere else to be because I'd rather be here with you or something like that. And that's when she's like, he made me feel like I'm the only person in the world that mattered.
And that's supposed to make us not hate him?
I would say not, but it was just like
gaslight was gonna light.
I was like, okay, all right.
Yeah, he had a wife and she said no. Yeah, that's gonna make me like him.
But they ended up not being together.
We were separated, babe. Like I promise you, we're separated.
But it was interesting. I liked it. It was nice to see like a good side of Rupert. But then obviously she was translating it to that's how he's gonna make Zaza feel.
Right.
And to sign him to West
Ham. He always
Ham.
gets what he wants. Which is, if you gotta think about it, it's kind of rapey kind of language nowadays. You know what I mean? It's a little but anyways.
But no, that story's supposed to make us like him, right?
You don't have to like him. I'm just saying it just shows you a different side of him that we have.
No, we get what you're saying. We get what you're saying.
But after that, she tried to talk to him in the hallway, and this is when you go back to hating Rupert. Oh, you've met my ex-wife, yada yada, Rebecca, and then she's like, and owner of Richmond. He's like, he just has to say ex-wife and not build her up or whatever. I get
these strategical jabs that he could just operate. And then first of all, we also got to go back to the point where she tried to request a meeting with Zaza. And he declined. He's like, I'm not going to play for fucking Richmond AFC. You're not even a real bloody team.
I love when the accent comes out in certain words for some reason. But yeah, you see that, and she realized she's not going to be able to speak to him because they both left. Or one went left, one went right. And she goes left and chases this man into the locker room and says to him,
to the urinal.
Every athlete, to the urinal. She goes and says to him, but no athlete once ever said to them, you think you're good? You're only good because you play on good teams. You're not good by yourself. If you were really a competitor, you go play for a team that doesn't have everything and bring them to the top.
Say that to Kevin Durant. Am I right?
Say that to anybody who's the balls are trying to get. Literally, I say that. I've been saying that for years. I'm like, why wouldn't people want to come to the Vols? Like, okay, yeah, we've sucked for the longest time, but if you're that good, wouldn't you want to come to the team?
Great open line. Yeah, we sucked for a long time, but hey, I mean, why would you can help us?
It's true. I'm not gonna lie. It's true. They were terrible for years.
I think what happened to you guys is this: when you're a quarterback and you see a team that's not really good. Like, of course, it'd be awesome to go there and bring them to the top, but you also need like someone to throw the ball to. And if you realize you have no one to throw the ball to,
but it's also a new day and age now to where kids recruit guys to come with you, and so it's like, hey, look, I want you to be here. Oh yeah, for sure. It's easy now.
Listen,
Tennessee can win now. Remember they were doing.
I know how much I'm paying in tuition. They got enough money to pay anybody they want to. Let me just say that.
Facts.
We got to remember that they got in trouble for paying players before. So, hey, now that it's legal, they should be thriving. They should be thriving.
And just like Zaza's piss, that shit was thriving full of fucking asparagus. Oh, Bloody hell. You stop eating so much goddamn asparagus. She runs out there. Hilarious. But you gotta think, she definitely snuck a peek, though. She said, asparagus. And then dipped. Maybe that's why she ran, because she was like, oh my God. But in which direction?
Never know. Yeah, tell me when.
Yeah, so after the urinal scene, she's leaving. They're all about to leave, and they see Zaza on the screen at the media day for Chelsea. He's about to sign, and he's like, I'm going to go play for Richmond. And he's like, can I keep this pen? Yeah. Pen. Like,
and they shook like they signed with the pen. He's like, great pen. I'm so happy that this happened at Chelsea. The fact that they thought they was going to sign a guy, and then he didn't. I love that for me.
Yeah, it would made it way better if it was Tottenham, though. 100%.
Bloody fuck off, Wanker. Okay.
Fucking wanker. But yeah, it seemed like a good episode. Did more happen after that? I don't think so.
I mean, obviously, like they kind of was asked to the field, but they kind of figured it out as they realized they got it. Once they had the Roy finally admits in the locker room at halftime that he's like, Ted was like, bro, you gotta fix this shit. Like, he's like, okay, this is the reason why this article when I was 17 years old fucking broke me. So you see the softer side why Roy's so hard and closed off about certain feelings and emotions, because he was like, when you are a phenomenal soccer player, a footballer, you get bred from a very young age and you get thrusted into the spotlight at like 15, 16, 17. And then if you're really good, like you're playing on the like pro team right at 18, 17, 18 with your first professional contract. And obviously with Trent, he was also a young, spry reporter trying to make his name, trying to think he's edgy, trying to carve his lane out as well. So it was a clash of guys who are trying to get to the pinnacle of their professions, but yet knowing that the pen can be way stronger of a weapon to young athletes, and we see that a lot. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was a really interesting moment, a really cool moment we saw. That I think that's something that I think doesn't get talked about enough in sports, and I thought it was a cool that we addressed that in this episode. So fuck Trent. So, anyways.
But yeah, that is your Ted Lasso review there. And I told these guys earlier today, I forgot that Roy Kent's going to be Hercules in the new MCU. And that's going to be interesting. And his father's Russell Crowe, which is kind of interesting.
Wait, his dad is Russell Crowe?
In MCU universe as Zeus.
Oh! I was like, okay.
But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. So do we want to talk about this devastating thing that happened? Of
which one? There's a lot of devastating things.
Yeah, man, dude.
This has been a rough.
Prayers to Nashville. Prayers to Nashville.
Prayers to Nashville for sure. Oh my gosh, it's terrible.
But the ending, the last episode of Shrinking, and we don't know if we're getting a season 2, or do you want to go and do the CJ?
Let's talk Shrinking, because let's just go on to Apple 3P.
Let's do it.
I don't know if I consider the turkey, but this is not bowling. But they say Apple TV show a day keeps the doctor away.
Hell yeah. So Shrinking, last episode. Did not know it was the last episode until I read the thing and it says finale. Didn't realize it until after the episode, and I was just like, makes sense why they would leave it here. But you know what, CJ? I'm gonna let you take it since it's your favorite show.
First of all, before we do know that season 2 of Shrinking has been confirmed. Season 2 has been confirmed, so we can all
nice.
Take a deep breath. I had to check just now. Shrinking season 1 has been one of the greatest. I'm gonna have to rewatch the show like probably very soon, because like I had such a good time watching this show. And first of all, Christian recommended me. I was like, oh, here we go. But then I was like, okay, I'll watch it. And I was feeling, it was like 2 or 3 episodes in, so I could watch a couple. And I was like, wow, this is actually pretty good. And then Christian was like, oh, I need to know how you really feel. Don't
I
be blowing
told you.
smoke up my ass.
Yeah,
And I was just like,
I told you. I was like,
it
this
was
might be the
good.
finished
I
show.
enjoyed it. And then I keep like every week I'm like I'm falling in love for all these characters, and it just kept getting better and better and better. I think at the end of the previous episode, it was how Harrison Ford's character, he was up for an award for his job, and he was like, okay, I'm going to go, but he finally invited the doctor lady, which is, you know, conflicting of interest, but I guess when you're that old, who gives a fuck? And they both went, and they went to his grandson's like play thing, and I thought that was really sweet and cool. And so they're over there spending time with each other, and like you see a lot of like storylines that were weaved throughout the season kind of get to a nice holding point to where like some got resolved and like, okay, this is where we are now, right? And so Sean is finally found something he's interested in, get a catering business, but then Liz is like, I really want to be like actually involved more in this because, you know, I kind of like this. And because obviously it was kind of fucked up. Sean was like, actually, I got everything. Just give me your fucking money, right? So then I was like, ooh, that's kind of rough. But them working together, picking out food trucks, I thought that'd be really cool to see. Listen to the story of what was her name? Elise? No, what is the daughter's name?
Alice.
Thank you.
Elise, you gotta put a little spin to it.
How she wore her mom's hottest shit heels, which I thought that was such a cool story, and she wound up wearing it at the end, which is like she was looking. The actress who's over 18 was looking very good in those hottest hit heels and dress. I thought that was a cool story. Obviously, like it's kind of tough seeing like her dad finally moving on, like took off the wedding ring, and I know that was a tough situation, but like he understood Gabby and Jimmy. I mean, it ain't safe dick. That's all I gotta say. It is not safe dick because Jimmy out here laying the wood to Gabby. This man, I've been grieving for a year and a half. I got so much grief dick to just lay out here, and Gabby was getting every last bit of it, every inch, and she was out here, eyes rolling, thinking she was like one of them skeletons in a cartoon. It was crazy, and yeah, this all led to the wedding, and I thought that was really cool. And you know, Jimmy nailed that speech, and yeah, I think that's about everything that happened in this episode. It was cool. It was cool. Like it could like if the show didn't have a season 2. I'm okay where it would have ended because I felt satisfied.
That's
because like
I
all
felt.
the stories kind of ended, right? It didn't have no cliffhangers. But now it's like, where does season 2 go? Do we jump forward? How does it like? Obviously, Gabby and Jimmy. How does that go? Liz and Sean working together. I think this is my prediction. I think 18th birthday for what's her name again?
Alice.
Alice. When she turned 18, Sean's doing a little bit good. Someone gets a little drunk.
1.8 turbo.
Hey,
1.8 turbo.
Shift gears into that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm predicting something does happen. Maybe they do 3 years. They go like 3-year time jump. So what? Sean be like what, 25, and she be 21. She turns drink. She can drink a little bit. She get a little tips. Well, she already drinks now, I think. She was drinking.
Yeah,
So you know they have a little session, and he you know what I mean, like.
Booty clapping, huh? Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He said he's shrinking that booty because ain't nothing else shrinking over here, baby. You know what I'm saying? ain't nothing shrinking over here.
She the perfect medicine he needed. Yes, so one thing I liked about this episode was I kind of like in a liking a character fell in love with Derek. Like, you know, Derek and Liz's she, you know, they're talking to each other saying, you know, like, you know, all I needed was you, like, you know, enough time with you. And she's like, yeah, no, that ain't gonna work out. And she walks away and she's like,
I
we're
felt
still doing a quickie later, right? You bet, baby. I'll be fast. Hilarious.
Derek has started to evolve in that last episode because when they did the best man, like, or the best man festivities or whatever, and they was playing cornhole and he was getting really good at it. Oh, baby, I'm about to be your BD, Derek in the BD. I was like, or BM status, and I like how Derek, like, he's secondary, he was so far off, started to like creep up into our review. Like, is Derek cool? Like, do we like him? I thought he was just a pushover. Now we're seeing his character development. There's so much character development by everybody that's on screen.
100%.
I like it.
Man, and Brian, you know, telling him, he's like, no, you're not. No, Liz's husband. I love when they call him Liz's husband. They don't call him Derek. Liz's husband says, no, you're not going to do this. And then he's like, oh, no, great. I'm going to have that stuck in my head.
Oh, yeah, Gabby did get a rock. Gabby got a rock.
That was awesome. I thought that was really cool.
Give me a rock.
No. And then you see, like you said, Liz trying to sit down, talk to Sean about being in it, and Derek's like butting in every so often. She's like, I told you, I'll let you know when I want you to be a part of the conversation. But this episode is really good. I liked it. And shout out to Jimmy for finally getting that speech over with. Jeez, I was afraid.
Marriage is
love that. But yeah, it was a really good episode.
And he was eye fucking Gabby too when he was saying that shit too. And it's just like, you know, you get it on to the break of dawn, and she's like, yeah, you're right. And then the dancing.
I did like the dancing. I thought it was so cute. It was a cool, just so wholesome.
So what did you think of the episode, Gabby?
I mean, I agree. I thought everything ended nicely, that if there wasn't a season 2, like, I mean, there's still like some things that they could continue on, but like it wrapped up nice enough that I wouldn't be disappointed, you know.
100%.
Overall, though, how do we feel about the show?
I loved this show.
I done told you. This is gonna be the greatest show I've ever. This is the greatest show I've ever seen, and I'm just being real. I'm just being real.
It's up there for sure. When we do our top 5 shows of this year, it's gonna be tough because, like, there's already some good shows. Obviously, The Last of Us is probably going. We probably have to take out The Last of Us. I feel like that's unanimously up there. Maybe 1, 2. Maybe we could just see where we all rank it. But like, The Last of Us was great television, but Shrinking was right there after. Like, you know what I mean? It just had its, like, I don't know. It might be 1 for me. Who knows? Like,
it's 1
Ted Lasso, how this ends. Like, who knows? Like, I don't know how much Ted Lasso.
This Power show is going to come out too. Who knows what that's going to be like? And I keep forgetting about Kaleidoscope. We watched Kaleidoscope.
Kaleidoscope was great because it was his own, like, crazy, like how we always like, okay, how did you watch it? Okay, you started from here and I started from there, and then I hated him because I saw him first and I didn't know about this person, and that was a cool discussion thing, right? But then it's just like with The Last of Us, it's like, oh bro, like this crazy, fuck Ellie or fuck Joel, blah blah blah, fuck that guy, damn, they killed my guy. And then we talk about Shrinking, it's like fuck Liz, oh we love Liz, Gabby's great. Oh, also, something we forgot to mention. Shout out to Liz for fucking getting on Harrison Ford's ass about not getting her the recommendation. Because that shit, I was like, damn, when she said that shit, I was like, fuck. Damn. Was I just like letting him off? Like, I knew it was a reason why I didn't like him first, but then I was like, damn. I was starting to like Harrison Ford's character and Harrison Ford. Then I was like, damn, Liz is right. Fuck this guy. And then he finally came up.
Looks at Jimmy, pussy, walks off.
Who hugs and tells, Jimmy?
You told her we hugged? Oh, man. That was hilarious. But, you know, he also walks into the interview and sticks up for her and everything, not knowing that she already got the job. But
it still was a good gesture that she
thought that counts. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it was a good little interaction between the two. I liked it. This is gonna go down as my number 1 show ever. I think so.
Ever?
Honestly, I think so, man. Because It's just something you can really watch over and over again. Well, I can at least
easily.
just watch over and
No,
over.
no,
and
for
over
sure.
again.
It's a high rewatch rate.
I just really hope season 2 does not fall off.
See, and that's the thing. Sequels are so hard to do. Season 2s are so tough. Unless they write every season, like they have a Bible where they like, all right, we have 3 seasons written out already that we know.
Right.
Versus like, okay, we just did this one season, see how it goes. It's like hopefully they'll pick it up and then we'll figure this shit out after that. But like, it's hard. Like, you know, like especially when it's so good this season 1. So good.
One thing, I did like how at the end they showed all of Jimmy's patients, how they all helped themselves. But then old girl kicked old boy off the cliff.
Forget about that.
What are we doing?
Oh,
What
yeah.
are we doing? She said, boop. I said,
Yeah,
that's
boop,
that is
boop.
not what he meant.
Listen, all this shit he was saying, I would have pushed him off too. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he was
Facts.
definitely a jerk.
I legit thought that she was going to be. I think she's into Jimmy,
Yeah, I think so too.
right? So then it's like she could come on to her, and then I could be a little Gabby versus Shawty. Because honestly, she is so attractive. Like I don't know what it is about her.
It's
I
because
didn't. I used to be. No, it's not about that.
They be up there. They be up there in your face.
Yeah.
They be up
Whatever.
there.
I don't care about none of that. All right.
They be
I
up
just
there.
care about the personality. Okay, I'm stopped.
So,
All
right.
But no, I don't know. She has like this weird thing about her that's just like, damn, like her chin is really pointed, and I don't know. I just every time I saw her at SNL, I was like, eh. But then also I seeing her other stuff. I'm like,
Right.
you know, this new kink just got unlocked. You know, how many times has that happened to you, where you see something, it's like, oh,
I'm gonna
new
say
kink
this.
unlocked.
I'm gonna
Me
say
watching
this.
Ted Lasso. Just saying.
Oh boy.
And me with Liz for some reason. I just think I don't know why,
No.
but it's
Liz.
I like Liz. I think Liz is.
I don't know. Liz does
Oh.
does a little something too.
Oh my god.
So
That's
does
interesting.
so does the girl that plays Gabby, the actress that plays Gabby. Gabby.
Oh,
is-
Okay, but that's a normal one.
That's fine. Yeah, she's
that's
fine.
not a kink. That's a
yeah,
normal.
yeah. I'm
fine.
just saying. I was just saying who's attractive, who is yeah. But Liz, I don't know what it is, but I don't know.
Her and then Rebecca from
'Cause
Ted
I'm hoping-
Lasso.
I'm hoping Sean fucks Liz. I'm hoping that happens.
Rebecca, let me just
Sean
tell you,
fucks Liz.
I'm hoping it happens.
What? She's
Because
married.
But listen, they're gonna get close because of the thing, and Derek doesn't care.
Nah,
And
bro.
Derek has to be out, and like Derek tells Liz that he wants her out of the house a lot. I can just see
don't you dare taint their adorable relationship. How can you sit there and be like, oh my gosh, I love how they were talking about the quickie, and now you want her to
Right.
cheat on
They
him?
still, and I'm saying, if they didn't fuck like they do and plan out their fucks, I could say, okay, for sure, that could happen. But like, they are a well-oiled, perfect married couple.
he said he was like yeah, you didn't know that
Oh yeah,
Liz that what's her name, Gabby and
Jimmy and Gabby are fucking.
I
Yeah,
watched. She was like, did you video it? She's like, I'm alright, I'm not that much of a creep. You know?
fair, fair. He's like, hey, Jimmy got a nice ass.
Tell him I said that. Go ahead.
Question:
Oh, man. Yes.
if you see people that you know fucking your dad or you happen to be neighbors, are you watching?
I'm
And if you are, how long are you watching for? And how long until it gets weird for you to be watching? Like I feel like you can get a solid minute, but then maybe 30 seconds to a minute, maybe just be like, oh, like you got the shock factor, you got the oh my god,
Yeah.
whoa,
Yeah.
and it's okay, I'm out here. But then you
Yeah.
got to go double back. Okay, no, for real.
Exactly.
Triple back, and then you go triple back for sure. That's no more than triple back.
I think that I'll watch if it's like the guy that you didn't think had it in him. You know what I'm saying? Like a guy you just like. I don't see how they do this. He's just too soft for me. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just not that kind of guy. And then you see him go crazy
Like
in the
Sam
bedroom.
and Rebecca. So you see Sam and Rebecca. Sam
For
clapping them
Rebecca
cheeks.
myself. Yes. Rebecca, yes. Yes.
Sam down.
Oh, I
there.
want to say
Sam.
she's saying all that. I'm like, all right, I gotta get out of here because my dad's name's Sam, so I was like, oh, yeah, I gotta get out of here. I don't know what we're doing.
That
Here. I
got
gotta get out of
weird.
here. Yeah, I don't know what we're doing there.
That
But
God.
I'd watch. I'd
All
watch.
right, peeping Tom. What about you, Gabby?
I know. I was agreeing with you. That's the shock factor, and then the like then you realize what's going on, and then you're like, okay, this well maybe, and then you're like, no, okay.
You do get a couple of plot twists to stay longer, and what I mean by that is or like a
Oh, if you keep
damn
walking
daddy,
by,
right?
no.
And then they
That's
say
how you
something
walk
to
by
like,
them. Yeah.
oh,
I mean,
really?
if I leave and then walk back by and they're still at it and I happen to glance again, I mean, that's not my fault. I was just looking out the window.
I had to go
what I
get
mean?
that apple.
Yeah,
That was
I needed to go to the kitchen. Like,
Man, this screen door has been cleaned twice today, but just something about this thing that just
can't get these streaks out.
Oh, jeez. Oh man, watch that be a
Crazy.
movie or something. Choke me. Guy chokes girl, kills her. Like, oh damn, now I'm an accomplice.
You
Yeah,
just
that's
sounded
something
like
good out
you just sound like you. The show you. I just
Oh, I thought you
finished
said sound like me. I was like,
oh no. the
oh,
show
you're
You.
telling people I murder people? What are we doing here? What are we
I
doing?
don't know.
I mean,
Oh wow, guys. This show turned for the worst. Jesus.
Have you guys watched that show?
Oh, I've already
don't
finished
watch
it. Yeah.
Oh, me too. I just finished it recently, like part 2 of season
Yeah.
4. I did
It's
not expect
very
those plot
different.
twists.
It
It
is
is.
very different, and I'm not sure how I like it. Or
I
not,
think-
like it's good, but like it was. I don't know. It wasn't like the same show for me almost.
That is true, but I think it needed to make that step. Like that plot twist at the end, they needed to happen because then I feel like we just kept running in the same like circle.
That's true.
Which I thought that's kind of how we got to like in season 3, like because like the same shit happened again.
Yeah.
And it was
that's
like,
when he
okay,
was
we didn't
married,
really go nowhere.
right?
Yeah,
Season 3, yeah.
With
Well, did you
Love.
see that they
Which
got reviewed?
Love was. I need a love in my
Or-
life, to be quite honest with you. Hey, call me
Listen.
controversial or not. I need love in my life because
No.
she was.
I say it all the time. I'm like, this might be controversial, but honestly, if I could have a Joe that would just cut out all the toxic people in my life and make me happy, I mean, so be it. Like, I don't know what's going on. You
I
know?
don't even know how you
I'm
cut
just
him
living
out.
my best life.
Yeah. So it's a show. When I first started watching, I was like, it made me think. It like put me in a situation where it's like, would I like be like obviously he's doing it for the right reasons, but in the wrong ways possible.
Right. Exactly.
But it's still like for the good, especially if you know someone's harming you, but you don't know that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
and that's why he's such a likable character. Everybody's like, oh my gosh, how can all these girls like it? It's because like when you watch the show, he's like doing it out of like a good place in his like mind. He's trying to help these people, and it's like, of course a girl would want somebody to help them, not in that way maybe, but like
he knows everything about me. He just has so much in common.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, that show is crazy. I don't know what else have I watched recently. I have watched Puss in Boots.
Oh, okay. How'd you like
I love it. It's
Okay.
great. I highly recommend it. It's actually like really freaking good. Like so good. Like I can't recommend this enough. It's like,
better than the Bad Guys?
ooh, yeah, actually, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't have to think twice. It's like the animation's crazy. The story's great. All the characters have like thought out character arcs and like they're strong characters who are involved. And so it's like I enjoyed it so much. It was such a good movie. I saw Bullet Train as well. That was good. It was all right. It was good. It was good, but not as great as like Everything Everywhere All at Once. You know what I mean?
Oh my god!
Because it's kind of like in
that
that same.
that.
Oh,
I still gotta
amazing.
watch it.
Yeah, that's on my
Amazing.
list. I'm probably gonna watch those sometime this week.
What else I watched? I watched Southpaw. That was good.
I gotta put you guys on. You're probably not. I don't know if you guys would watch it, but I put a couple people on and they've really liked it so far. For All Mankind on Apple TV.
Yeah, you were telling me about this. I see it's rated really highly.
It's good, man. But the only thing that knocked it was just.
I
don't
never
know, I
heard
thought-
any kind of promotion about
That's
it.
what I'm saying. I didn't see much promotion about it, but the
Yeah, I have
acting
no
in it
idea
is
what you're talking
amazing.
about.
The acting is really good, and their last season was in 2021.
Oh, really?
But they're just finished recording because you got to think it's all about NASA and space and stuff like that. So it's just like that takes a long time probably for them to do all the
for sure. Yeah,
CGI.
It's probably a lot of money.
100%.
So because Apple TV is doing really good with their TV shows. I still need to watch season 2 of The Morning Show. Have you guys watched The Morning Show at all?
And you watch Swagger.
Is that the one with Jennifer Aniston and
Reese Witherspoon?
Yeah,
it's really season 1 was really good. I really enjoyed it. That was like the main reason why I got Apple TV, because that was like one of the OG shows that came out when Apple TV did, and I forgot about season 2. I just never started watching it. So that's really good. That's a fun watch. What else have I seen? I've seen a lot of stuff recently.
Swagger, you've seen?
I saw Swagger. I also saw. What did I watch? I watched the 3 movies. I saw Cocaine Bear. Did we talk about that?
I think no.
Did you like it?
Oh, you said it was different.
Cocaine Bear was way different than I expected to be. Like, I thought it was gonna be cheesy, corny, but that shit was vicious and brutal, and like it had comedy spots for sure. But that shit was a legit movie, and it was just like, holy fuck, this bear is crazy. Like seeing people get their fucking brains blown out, and it's just like oh fuck, like I didn't expect this shit to be this crazy. And it's a good movie. Like, it was a fun watch. Like, I highly recommend Cocaine Bear. Like, when it comes out, I think it's out of theaters. It might still be in theaters. You might still be able to catch it. But it was like, I thought it was just going to be a shitty movie, but it's like good.
Okay.
It's good. It's a slasher. It's like more of a slasher movie.
I still want to watch it. I'm waiting for it to come out on streaming now because I feel like it's at those awkward times at the theater if it still is there, where I wouldn't be able to catch it. So,
but if you can though, definitely try to see it in theaters though if you can.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I just it's funny because we talked about this before. It was like when we watched the trailer for Cocaine Bear, it was like, is this a movie that we'll see in theaters or we'll wait? And I think we all said we will wait, but then that fact that I saw in theaters, like, oh wow, like this is way better than I expected. So it definitely exceeded my expectations.
And I remember you saying you also saw Top Gun Maverick in theaters. When me and Gabby,
I saw Top Gun Maverick.
You had to watch that in theaters.
Nice.
That's why I spent the money to go see it, because I wanted to see Top Gun. Like, I wanted to get the experience. Highway to the danger zone. I had that in my head stuck all weekend.
I had the other we don't get fooled again, when they were like, okay, cool.
For sure, yeah. But it was cool though. It literally was like the same movie. Like they kept all the 80s elements to make it true to what the Top Gun series is. Will they keep doing more? I'm not sure. Will I keep watching? Maybe. So, yeah. The Super Mario Brothers that comes out next week. Next week. I'm really excited for that, and I do want to see Dungeons and Dragons. Actually, I kind of I see the trailer so much.
All these actors like they would never ever be in a movie together, but this movie they were like.
But that's kind of like what Dungeons and Dragons is. There's a lot of mismatch type things that go together 100%. To make it fit. But the Super Mario Brothers, like I really want to watch that movie. Fuck Chris Pine, not Chris Pine. I'm sorry, wrong guy. What is it? Pratt. Fuck him. But I'll watch the movie anyway.
I saw there's a movie coming out and it's like Nick Cage is playing Dracula. Have you guys seen that?
Yes.
I kind of want to see that. It looks like
Boy from the Menu is in it. Oh, Boy from the Menu.
Yeah.
Oh man.
He's like his like.
I don't like him anymore. I can't watch anything that he's in. He pissed me off too much.
Nicolas Cage?
No, the guy that's in the Menu. So the guy.
Nicolas Cage. Oh
no, the guy that brought the girl there knowing that they were all going to die.
Oh yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, he's in that
fuck
movie.
That movie
I can't watch him. I can't watch him do it.
Speaking of Nicolas Cage, though, not too long ago, I watched that the weight of the massive talent, whatever the hell that movie was that he came out with. I don't remember what it's called. It's got like 92 words in the title or something. It's like the incredible massive weight of talent, something. You know what I'm talking about?
No, but I will look it up.
It's got Pedro Pascal in it.
Oh.
Yeah. It was good.
Is that the movie where they like try to beat each other? Or like one's like a really big fan of one He's like, oh my god, this is Nicholas. Oh, Nicholas Cage
Nicholas Cage is
Nicolas
playing
Cage.
Nicholas Cage.
Yeah,
in the movie.
yeah.
Yes.
He always plays Nicolas Cage in any movie.
He
to
is.
be honest. The unbearable weight of massive talent.
There you go. I knew it was something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I watched it and it wasn't that bad. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah, I like finding little like movies that seem like, oh, this is actually fun. So yeah.
And you know what else comes out in a couple of days?
What?
Air.
Yes, I'm excited for that actually. I heard it got a perfect certified fresh score for Rotten Tomatoes.
Ooh,
Certified fresh. 100%.
I'm ready for it.
How do we feel about Rotten Tomatoes like scoring metric? Like, is that something that you weigh heavily?
I will say that I looked at the score for the beer movie and it was like a 4, and I was like, "Oh God, here we go!" And
I didn't even see it.
I
definitely wouldn't have watched it.
because I was looking up to see how long it was because I was like trying to figure out when I was going to be able to watch it. So I'm like, "How long is this fucking movie?" So then I saw that it got like a 4 on there. I was like, "Damn." Yeah, it did not score well on Rotten Tomatoes.
So how much would you say on a scale of 1 to 10? Like, how much does that sway you?
I mean, I usually don't really look at it until after I see the movie because I feel like some movies they give it a really low rating, but it's still a good movie.
For sure.
So I try not to look at it, but this one I just kind of accidentally looked at it. But I mean,
like-
I agreed with them, so
I think it's a little bit too high to be quite honest. But,
yeah.
Oh my god.
I sometimes like it does kind of get stuck in my head a little bit because if I do see the score, I'm like, but a lot of times it doesn't, especially if it's like your kind of movie, like any type of like Adam Sandler movie, I know that's gonna get shit ratings, but like I always have a great time watching those movies because they're just entertaining and a lot of fun. And like what The Rock says, that you got to see the fan rated scores because those are really good for his movie. Okay. That should be I don't think it shouldn't sway people because I think people should still watch the movie and give you your own opinion. But I just do feel like a lot of people do get swayed so easy because like they wait for that original, especially when the movie just comes out. Like, okay, here's my rating already. Like obviously, like I said, Aaron, I already got 100, right? So like that obviously is gonna sway people to go see it more. But then if it's not as high, it's like maybe I'll see it, maybe I don't. So you gotta keep the momentum of like, hey, let's go to the theaters, let's watch it. You know,
I think for Rotten Tomatoes, I feel like a lot of their scores don't make sense to me. Like they gave Love and Thunder a 63, which isn't like amazing or like I've seen them rate movies better than that, worse than that, and it just throws me off. So I don't ever look at it. IMDb, sometimes, but not really.
Yeah. Are we going to see John Wick 4? We said we don't. We haven't even watched.
I've never seen any of them anyway.
Yeah. I'm trying to find a movie we can talk about late together. Like I'm trying to find something random. Let's see here. Wait, give me a year.
2008.
Yeah, 2008. 2008.
Do you remember? This is
All
going to be a throwback.
Dark Knight, baby.
Oh, let's do it, baby.
No, I'm just gonna do a random shuffle here. And
do you remember in middle school when we went to our high school for like our 8th grade graduation and they played "It's the Climb" by Miley Cyrus from the movie as her graduating song? Do you remember that?
No,
I do because I remember
I try
it was
to
like our
not
first
remember
time.
a lot of stuff in 8th grade.
Yeah, who wants to remember middle school?
Okay,
I just
guys.
remember
Also,
being
we never had an 8th grade graduation, so
really.
no.
We should watch High School Musical 3, the good movie by Zac Efron, so we can actually get a contradiction of how. No, I actually don't want to watch that.
Or The Greatest Showman. Have you guys ever seen that? Because
Never seen it.
Oh, that one makes me cry
I still haven't even seen
every
Elvis.
single time I watch it.
I still haven't even seen Elvis yet.
But The Greatest Showman also has Hugh Jackman and Zendaya.
I'm mad at Zendaya right now, actually, so we're a little mad at each other right now, but it's fine. We'll come back together.
Why are you? First of all, we're not going to talk about the JM incident because I got a lot to say about that incident.
Oh, we could talk about that, but like it is kind of burning news.
We ain't gonna
I
talk
say
about
we
it.
don't talk about it.
We ain't gonna talk
Yeah,
about
we should talk about it, but we'll see. Let's see
Who
what
knows
happens.
what happened? Yeah.
Let's see what fallout of what happens with what Marvel does, because that will be very interesting. Let's talk about Reddit. How about let's go to Reddit, shall we?
All right, let's do it. Because we got about. Oh, I got about. Let's see. Oh, we're good.
We'll make it. We got 10 minutes, right? You guys got 10 minutes.
Yeah, we got 10 minutes. Let's do
10
it. For
All
you,
right.
anything.
Oh, anything?
That was my line.
Dude, we still got to go to freaking Dave's Hot Chicken. We're not sponsored by Dave's Hot Chicken, but I would really like to.
You coming up next month, right?
Sometime, yeah. I think
16th.
so.
We watch. Are we splitting that fight? Because I heard that fight's supposed to be $85.
$85, bro.
I don't like boxing
my-
like that, my guy.
Yeah,
if it was
bro.
Creed, you seen Southpaw?
I have.
And you see Creed. This has been a debate. You don't have to answer this, but this has been a debate at work I've been having with some of my coworkers. Who do you think will win in a fight? Southpaw, something Hope, I forget his first name, versus Adonis Creed.
Adonis Creed. All you gotta do is give Adonis Creed a motive, and it's over with. Okay,
Bro, but like after his wife died, though. But even before his wife died, though, he was 43-0, and he was killing the game.
I'm taking Adonis. I'm sorry.
I don't know. It's close. It's way closer to me, and that's why it's hard for me to say, because obviously, like, Southpaw has that left hook that is nasty, but he's not, like, they're both not really good technical fighters. Like Creed, if we're talking Creed 3 technical, yes, he's been around the block a while,
yeah.
so he gets it.
Unorthodox.
But they both take a lot of hits to try to get themselves into the game. So, like, I think that would be a really interesting matchup. But
100%.
we can talk about that later. Let me pull up my Reddit, because Reddit is kind of fun. You know, like, I'm finding myself kind of like really getting into this. Because it's like I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to figure out, like, and it's like funny little stories that be popping up and stuff. So I'm like, okay, this is kind of cool. Yes, this is a good one. All right, you ready for this? This is under our true off my chest. Okay, so we gotta let it off. You gotta let it out. So here's the title, and tell me if this interests you, and then I'll get into it.
Okay.
I've been a side chick for 5+ years. Yes, I'm serious.
Yeah, we're into this.
Let's do it.
Go.
All right.
Love it.
This is long, so bear with me as I read aloud, okay?
Oh, boy.
So, coming here because I know I absolutely cannot discuss this with anyone in real life, but title says it all. I've been a side chick for over 5 years. I didn't know he had another girlfriend until about 2.5 years into the relationship.
Her fault.
Keep in mind, by this time, I was already so deep in love with this man and thought I married him. Lost my V card to him and everything. We met when I was young, and he was a bit older, and to the effect the effect that he had on me was insane. To cut a long story short, I was so in love with him already that I couldn't bear the thought of being without him. So I stayed. Fuck me, I know. That's what she says. She doesn't know about me, but I know about her. His excuse for the whole thing is that he needs to stay with her because he's getting a permanent visa via their relationship. And that once he gets it, he'll leave her and we'll be together. I know this is fucking stupid, but I literally love this man so much. I don't know how to leave. But I know I must leave. And I've been slowly building the courage. It's especially hard because I have an insane level of chemistry with him. We're so compatible in every way, besides the fact that he has someone else. He helps me financially and emotionally, and I love being around him, and the sex is great. But I know this is a fucked up situation. Has to end. I know this fucked up situation has to end, and I need to move on. He lives with her too. Oof. They own a house and share a bed, but he claims that they don't sleep together. 3 question marks.
That's a lie.
I guess what's tipped me over the edge is that I just found out they adopted a dog together. We would always speak about adopting a husky together one day, but he's gone and done it with her behind my back. This relationship, she put in quotes, was doomed from the start, and I know what I have to do. The thought of living my life without him is almost too painful to think about. But it can't be much worse than crying myself to sleep every night knowing he's in bed with another woman. And yes, I know I'm a homewrecker and a fucking idiot and a loser, but who else is this sub for? Edit. She also added some context in a comment, but thank you all so much, everyone who helped me make this decision that I needed to make. So,
Damn.
I have no comment towards this thing.
Well, I do.
you
So
got to feel for her, right?
I feel so bad for her. One, because she didn't know that he had a girlfriend 2.5 years into what she thought was their relationship.
In 2.5 years, that's
like, a good
you know
amount of time.
You gotta be in that thing. Like, he's tearing that thing up. Like he's staying in that thing like a bear in the hibernation. You know what I mean? Like, this is my code. You got your imprint on this thing. Think about it. He's the only person that's been in that cave. He's got fucking hieroglyphics on the walls of the memories he's had in this cave. So everything. So when they time he goes in there, it's mine. This is mine. He owned this. He never rented it. Sorry, continue.
No, I agree. So it's like, I feel so bad for her. Granted, did she stay even after she found out that he had a girlfriend, wife, whatever it was? Yes.
Because that's another 2.5 years. So because he's there 5 years in, so now it's another 2.5 years. So now that 2.5 years, but does that negate the 2.5 years they're already together? So they're back at 0? Simple math.
Well, I understand, loving somebody that you know you shouldn't, and wanting to be with somebody because they're comfortable, even though you know you shouldn't, and all the things she was saying, I get it. I completely get it. Literally, that is because they it's been there for 2.5 years already. So it's
5.
But now 5, but I'm saying when she first found out,
for sure.
So
madly in love,
right? And you're in love with this person, so I get it. I feel bad for her,
But the reason was, it's if this was a legitimate reason, he could get deported, right?
Oh, that is
so
a bunch of bullshit,
that's,
though. I don't believe him whatsoever. Him saying that's such a lie.
But it also depends on where they live, though.
Way.
You gotta think about it, because it was in Arizona. Arizona, New Mexico had one of those, I forget when, it was maybe 2017-ish, where they were legit. I think they passed a law to where you had to have your green card on you, or you would get detained and exit out. It was a whole thing they were doing over there. So I get sometimes it could be a little bit of a regional type thing, something we don't have to think about because we're not close to a border that's to another country. So, but just to give some context,
that makes sense. But also, think about all the movies where it's the guy has a wife, but then he's got his girlfriend, and he's I'm gonna divorce her, and he never does, kind of thing. So that's what I'm thinking right there. And then the fact that he's going home and sleeping, and he's he claims he doesn't sleep with her. Bullshit. He's still there's no way that other woman isn't getting suspicious because he's not fucking her, kind of thing. If your husband, it's a girlfriend, right? He had another girlfriend. Yeah. Okay, so if your boyfriend stops fucking you, you're gonna start questioning, be okay, what's going on here? So that's a lie too. I'm not believing that whatsoever. I hope she gets out of it. I know it's hard to move on from somebody who you think you're very in love with, but You can. It'll be okay, girl. Like, you'll find somebody else. Like, but
I
damn,
know.
that's crazy.
It is. It is crazy.
Do you have another Reddit thing? I'm biting
Okay.
my tongue on this one.
I mean, say it. If you could keep it to like under, just say what you got to say. Like, just let it out.
Earlier, I said it's her fault, and what I meant by that is like 2.5 years dating him, and you didn't know. That's not on you. You know, like you're thinking everything is going great. Like that's not on you whatsoever. But then you stay with him for another 2.5 years. Boo boo. Huh? If he lied about that, what other things could he be lying about? He couldn't tell you a simple thing as in like, I understand it's not that simple, but it's like he hid a whole nother woman from you, a whole other human being from you.
For sure.
And then it's like, I get it. You may be in love, this, that, and third, but it's like he hid a whole nother woman from you. And who's to say there's someone else in the picture? Who's to say?
Right.
And I get it. You love him. And he already lied to you about the dog. He lied about a dog.
And that's heartbreaking. That's heartbreaking too. Because the dog is like the next step to like having kids, you know?
And it's like the whole, like kind of what Gabby said about the whole like the porting thing and all that kind of stuff. It's like there's real life TV shows about this type of stuff. You know, like people dating people from other countries and trying to get them a visa and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, you don't need to be in that. If this guy already lied to you about another human being and you're still with him after 2.5 years and your thought process was like, I can't leave him. Like I got to stay in this. I'm not saying something's wrong with you, but there has to be something.
Love.
Yeah, when you're in love with somebody, when you're so in love with somebody and they are also very charismatic, and this guy clearly is enough to have a whole ass girl not knowing that he had a whole ass other life going on.
I'm trying to get that.
But like, so obviously he's very charismatic, and when you're very in love with somebody, they can finesse and do all this voodoo stuff to make you think all these things. And even if you're a very smart woman, they can still fool you. I mean, 100%. Granted, in the back of your mind, you still might be like, this isn't adding up. But I mean, you know, I love him, so I guess I'm just gonna.
But that's what my theory of, you know, I've said this multiple times, how I feel like people watch too many movies and they think like a bad situation is going to turn great. And it's just like, I don't know.
I don't think it's just movies. It's just like, that's just life. Like people try to change.
It's just like, it's not a fairy tale, dude. Like he hit a whole other person from you. And I get being charismatic and I get being in love, but it's also to say you guys end up dating or getting married, and then something else. Then he starts talking to another person.
When in a movie has a guy that had a wife, had a girlfriend, turned out
I'm not saying
situation.
like that. I'm saying as in like how you said, like, oh, I'm going to leave you for this person. Stuff like that. Like it never turns out good. And then it's also like kind of how like people, I'll say people watch these movies where the guy is doing all these bad things, but they think that he's going to change for them and do all this type of stuff. And it's like,
I think that's
he can marry you.
Women do.
And he can marry you. Like, I don't know what it is, but people, I'm not going to say women, I'll say people like to shape and fix things to be for them. And it's like, if something isn't working for you, it's okay to talk about it, but it's also like, okay, if he's talking to you, cheating on his girlfriend with you, what is going to happen to you? You ever see those people like, oh, I'm talking to this guy, or oh, I'm talking to this girl, but she has a boyfriend, or he has a girlfriend, but me and him are talking, like I'm waiting for him to break up. What do you think he's going to do to you? He's going to date you, find someone else, and do the same thing that he did to the old girl to you, or old guy to you. And it's just, I get it. It's hard. It's easier said than done, but it's also like you added 2.5 more years of mud to dig through to get out of it. When you had the perfect the perfect thing happen to where you can get out of it. Oh, I'm not with that. You dating someone else and you're dating me. I'm not with that. You had the perfect opportunity.
Also, a key part about this is she was very young. Like she's like 18. I think she was like under 18 when they first started dating. So, and he's older. So that's kind of like, that's how I read it. I interpreted like, oh, she was probably like 16. Then he was dating and he was probably 18. He probably like 21 to be honest. And then
in college.
Right. You know what I mean? So it's like one of those things where she is in high school. So when you're in high school, you believe a lot of stuff. And then so then you kind of like, oh yeah, like he teaches you this. Like he teaches how you're supposed to do certain things. So that's what you think. You'll love him for everything. you took her virginity. So like that's why I think it's like a key part into this element because it is the young Naive girl here.
And the sex being good is also another part because no, I mean I'm not gonna say what I was about to say. But
hey, hey, yes sir. Hey, he know what he had to do. Hey, babe, listen, you're tired. You're not thinking straight. Come on, let's go to bed.
But also, though, my thing is, how does she know it's amazing if she hasn't done it with anyone else?
Because it's amazing to her.
It's amazing to her. Oh, and if you're in love with somebody, that makes it even more amazing.
But that's why you have to understand, like, that's the contradiction. Like, yes, she hasn't been with nobody else. But at the same time, that's what she thinks. Like, you better think when you were like a kid, when you first try something for the first time. Oh my God, this is the greatest thing ever. Oh, this is the greatest thing ever. Like, you got to do greatest thing ever. And that's just kind of it is with her. And that's kind of like, obviously, you show that's her young, naive, not knowing and learning. And it's one of those things where when you growing up, you had to have those times where you're just like, oh, this is your learning phase. You're going to fuck up something and you're going to learn whether you learn the hard way or the easy way.
I've been in my learning phase for a couple years now.
I don't know. Like I said, I just think it's, I don't know, just her fault in a way. Like you added more 2.5 years of mud to dig through.
For sure. All right, here we go. Let's move on. Here is the next prompt. You tell me, because I got 4 comments for this prompt, so it's great. And this is where when I said the show's going to get X-rated, this is where we're at. Okay,
oh boy.
We waited to the end of the show, so if you're still watching, we appreciate you first and foremost. But it's about to get nasty. All right, so make sure you're not listening to this. It's not safe for work, about to happen. Here we go. Not safe for work. That's what it starts with. What is the dumbest thing you did because you were horny? Are we interested?
Yes. Very interesting.
I'll open that up to you guys after I give these comments.
Yeah,
so
read these comments.
Because this one is good. Okay, here we go. I was dating a girl at work and we would this is all right. This is gonna be disgusting. This is gonna be disgusting. Okay, just a warning, guys. Okay. I was dating a girl at work and we would regularly have sex at her side of the business complex. Though she was part of the same company, she was a part of a separate regional division and not part of the corporate. So her office was typically always empty besides her. One time we really we were really hot and heavy into it inside the restroom, and against our better judgment, we decided anal was a good idea. Oof. So we did our thing. I blew the biggest load inside of her. I'm gonna try to censor this a little bit. Imaginable. As I pulled out, there was a fair amount of shit on my dick. Yeah. Surprise. Anal and all, and I walk over to the sink to try to wash it off. As I'm rinsing myself into the sink, we hear the door to her office open and a large group of coworkers walk in. I panic and immediately try to put my dick away, and as I drop from my tippy toes, I slam my nutsack up against the wall of the sink and pull my taint skin so hard I almost buckled in pain. She runs out of the restroom and closes the door behind her, and I'm sitting in the dark on the toilet seat with shit on my dick and my balls hurting, contemplating my life choices.
Damn. Oh my gosh.
How mortifying is that?
Oh.
Like, it's like, okay, it's one thing to like get caught fucking at work.
Right.
But to have shit on your dick while you get caught, like it's so many extra levels to that. That's just like, fuck, dude. Like,
while your nuts are already hurting because
yeah. And then the jolt of like trying to, oh fuck, and it's like you hurt yourself even more. Oh. Yeah,
that's painful. That was painful.
Christian, any comments there?
No, that just seemed really painful. He got to be a tall fucking guy. He got to be a tall guy.
He was on his
Oh,
tippy toes.
I guess so. Jesus Christ, sir. What are we doing?
All right, here's
no,
another
no,
one. This is a
no.
little bit more tame. Maybe I should have started with this one, but we jumped straight in.
Jump right in.
So of course, this is still the same prompt. What is the dumbest thing you did because you were hoarding? Drove 4 hours to the beach to camp with a fuck buddy of mine. He stood me up and ghosted me. The icing on the cake was losing my keys in the sand and having to pay $300 for a new set to be cut.
Oh, KMS. Right then and there, just KMS. Oh, damn. That's the worst.
That's
Okay.
talk about a double whammy.
That's
You know what I'm
the
saying?
worst.
You get fucked one way or the other. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that's terrible.
Ugh.
Whew. Okay, here we go. Here's another one. I got one more after this.
I gotta say, I feel her on that one. I feel her on that one.
That's heartbreaking. 4 hours too?
But I was saying, I've driven far for somebody. Like, I think it was like 8 hours. And like, but it was like I was on spring break. So it was okay.
Okay.
So I drove from like here to Orlando. I think it was 8 hours. I don't know. And the girl was like talking to. You said what?
Orlando. Okay. I know somebody who lives in Orlando. I make a little drive.
But I go there and I get there. Person is like MIA. Don't know where they're at. Found out they have a boyfriend that surprise visited them. And I'm just sitting there like, at my hotel. And I'm just like, bro, I wasted my gas. I wasted my money. I wasted so much.
Was it before, pre or post COVID? Because gas prices was a big difference.
Pre-COVID.
That's true.
Pre-COVID.
That's true.
Was a big difference.
Wait, pre-COVID.
Okay.
This is like
I
my-
missed them COVID gas prices. I'm not gonna lie.
COVID gas prices were fire.
They
this
I
is
are
love
like
that.
nice.
freshman or sophomore.
I
year
was
of college,
driving
right?
just to drive at that point.
I know, right? Just get out the house. Fuck,
Yeah.
yo. We drive. This is like $1.30. I'm like, oh, wee. Oh,
Swipe
he's
it.
driving.
Yeah, I don't even care.
All right, here we go. Same prompt. What is the dumbest thing you did because you were hoarding? All right. So when I was a kid, my dad would frequently take me to his job and give me meaningless tasks to help him out. He was a property manager for a secure government building,
Oh, bro.
federal guards at the door, etc. Anyways, he had his office in the basement and was left alone. I was left alone down there by everyone else in the building. He would smoke cigarettes down there, blast music, etc. When I was 13, I went with him to work one day, and he gave me the job of using an electric sander to take grime off of copper pipes in one of the machine rooms. I was left alone to my task for hours, and about an hour in, I realized how incredibly powerful the vibration was on the sander. One thing led to another, and I ended up grinding the handle of the sander on my penis. After I finished, I remember even at 13 saying to myself, "You're really weird, dude."
Sounds like a
Never
Lil
told
Dicky
anyone until now.
Sound like a little Dicky song.
Dude, is this Dave? Is Dave Bergman?
What did Lil Dicky say? He used to let the
Controller on his
controller on his dick vibrate.
Yeah. That's supposed to be coming out. Actually, Dave season 3 is supposed to be coming out in
Dave.
April.
I was like, what, they're making a controller for what? I was like, oh, okay.
Relax.
I don't know what we're doing. I don't know what we're doing here.
Have
I don't know how I feel about that guy, man. He's definitely weird. It's not weird. It's just
you watched Dave?
no.
You never watched any of it?
No.
It's actually
I'm not a Little Dicky fan. I'm not a Little Dicky. I like his freestyles. Freestyles are super dope, interesting, super dope. But
The
anything
show's
other than
good. I like the
He's the
show.
one that came out with that Chris Brown song, right?
Yeah, I didn't
woke
like
up
all that.
in Chris. Oh, I listened to that. I watched that music video so many times.
Every time they played that song in the club, I will be on the lookout.
Same, though. Same. I'm watching all them white girls that are really drunk, and I'm like,
Oh yeah, that shit fly out. Yeah,
Especially
But-
that one night, Gabby. when we was at a certain person's house.
I was like, what? Where is this going?
Okay. Let's clarify. It was not me saying it.
No,
Let's preface.
let me finish, and I was let me finish.
Yeah, but you can't
Jesus.
be like me talking about white girls saying it. And
Then
you're
you
like, oh yeah, and then that one
You kind of
time,
like
Gabby.
paused. It was like,
No, guys. No, Gabby didn't say it. Forget the story. Jesus Christ. Jumping the gun so ready. Like, dang. It's okay. Anyways, go ahead, CJ.
you should watch Dave. I think it's actually it's pretty good.
What's it on?
It's on Hulu. It's an FX show, FXX, and it's actually pretty funny. And I think you'll. I don't know how you feel about the milking scene, but get back to me once you watch it.
Watch it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Tonight I'll turn it on.
Ooh, do that.
Only because
talk
you
about
told me to, so it's fine.
I mean, then if that's something that you're into, we can talk.
Of course.
Okay, so
cool
last
chat.
it's getting hot in here. I need to turn this fan on.
I'm sweating.
So the last one here. What is the dumbest thing you did because you were horny? And this person said, I probably could have started off with this one, but we're ending it here. Pay for a porn subscription that I didn't realize I was still paying for until a year and a half later.
Oh, that sucks.
$1,135 for one orgasm.
Oh, like that's like over the year?
Oh,
That's probably the sum total.
Yeah, that's how much how much they got charged, and until they actually realized, like, oh, like I'm paying for this. Yeah,
damn, that sucks.
that's crazy.
No orgasm is worth 1,100, however much you said.
Well, wait a minute now. Wait a
Yeah,
minute
for
now. Let's
y'all
break it
maybe.
Let's break it down now. Hold up, wait a minute.
Listen,
So you
gotta
say
remember
if
I'm a
Michael
woman.
B. Jordan said, "Give me $1,100," you can have me any way you want.
Listen, if Michael B. Jordan said I'll give you $1,100, I'd let him hack off my arm. Like, I don't even care. Like, that man could do whatever. Also, you were talking about the Southpaw. Is that the one with Jake Gyllenhaal?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'd watch that all day, every day.
it's great.
Jake Gyllenhaal and Michael B. Jordan fighting. Yes.
That's what if they did a crossover, I don't know who would win.
Oh, I'd just go see it just to see those warm-up scenes where they're like, oh yeah.
But yeah, Southpaw was definitely heavy, and but it was great.
So what's the weirdest thing?
Oh wait, you
You
paused.
guys have.
Oh, what is the weirdest thing I've never done? While...
Oh, you guys froze, or did I freeze?
You
both
froze.
Oh. Well, you both froze on my end, and I'm like, oh, I'm talking to myself. Okay.
We froze together.
No.
That's what I like.
Of course, we always freeze together.
Just like Walt Disney. I'm trying to think. What was the most down bad thing I've done? I probably, I've been so many times on the cusp of almost buying someone's OnlyFans or Snapchat premiums. I've been so close so many times. I'm like, this would be different this time. It will be different this time. And I just like, wait. Let me just go ahead and clear my head and figure this out.
I haven't done anything crazy.
Yeah, I think I'm a solidly sane boy.
Yeah, I don't know who's gonna see this from years later, so I'd rather just.
If my son is
to
watching this, my daughter's listening to this.
Why do you think I asked?
Listen, just go ahead and knock one out. Give it 30 minutes and wait. All right, wait. Yeah, fun talk.
Dude, Peja Stojakovic's son is playing in this game. Sorry.
Everybody cares.
So the question is, Gabby, what is the most down bad thing you've done when you were horny?
Get on Tinder.
Must be nice. What was the first question I said over here? It was just to get off my chest. There is a Tinder thing that I had. Oh,
How long we been
it was this person that said on Tinder, just moved back to Redacted, looking for some entertainment. What do you do for fun around here? I stab homeless people. Put it and delete the app. Delete the app. Because, okay, so how serious do you take people on 1 to 10 on a dating app?
Oh, 0. I don't take any of them serious.
When do you finally take someone somewhat serious?
When I'm not on the app.
So
If I meet them in real life. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
True.
Otherwise, zip. 0. None. Not even close.
Christian?
It depends on what they're looking for. I like to just understand like what they're looking for. Like, 'cause some people tell you like friends with benefits, relationship, yada yada, and it's like it was like I don't know. It doesn't. I don't know. I don't never take them serious. Kind of like until like I meet them face to face. Like, because first of all, like there's so many like catfishing people out there nowadays, and you just don't know who if people are who they say they are.
I like
A
that.
There's also so many
superstar.
liars. Listen, I got on this Facebook page that's like local, and it's like, are we dating the same guy? Just for a
Oh,
little
yeah.
tea, you know? I don't have any tea in my life, so I wanted a little, you know? And so just the amount of people that it's like girlfriend, has a wife, married, has a bunch of kids, girlfriend, red flag. I'm like, how am I supposed to trust anybody out here? One girl, I even saw one and she was like, this is my dad. Nobody date him. Comments. And of course, I'm like, going to the
Everyone's like,
comments.
find this motherfucker. He's fine as hell.
I was like going to the comments. I was like, dang, like it's just crazy. Like I have literally being on that page, I have lost all faith in humanity at this point. Like this is the dating pool I have to be in. People who are already in relationships, like shouldn't y'all get out the way so some of us can have a chance to get in? Like, oh Lord,
It's
hilarious.
crazy. It's crazy.
So funny.
I had a question, but I forgot what it was. Fuck. Do you think is it a red flag that they're like your dad? Okay, so like a mom and a daughter, right? And a dad and his son. But the dad or mother look better than their child. And they're close in age.
So the mom,
So like, if their dad is more attractive than the guy that you're dating, is that a red flag?
oh,
Is that like a, or not even like red flag would kind of maybe not exactly, but is it like a?
Let me tell you this.
Go down the hall, Mrs. Johnson.
I'm ready for the rest of the tour. I'll tell you this: when you're not dating somebody, when you're interested in someone, the infamous rule: wait to meet her friends because they might be
More
harder
attractive than her.
I'm telling you.
Let me tell
Every
you,
girl has the more hot friend. Well, I'm not saying
That's
like they're not hot, but it's
they're
like
alright,
they're
but
hot.
then you be like,
I'll see the friend. I'll be like,
what the fuck? Did I fuck up?
right? Have you ever seen the picture, the infamous picture, where it's the girl, the bride, and she has like all her bridesmaids,
Yeah.
and the bride is super skinny, no ass, but all her bridesmaids are like turned around and they're like nice body with the thing, and it's like
Some
the caption
stallions.
is, I know this husband is hurting. I know her future husband is hurting.
I am hurting.
Or the brother's probably, or maybe in girls' instance, the brother is hotter than the person that they're dating.
Yeah.
Oh, that might be trash.
That might be tough.
But yeah, the friends thing, you gotta see what the friends look like. And remember, you always gotta look at her tagged photos, gentlemen, to see if she really built like that. See if she's really.
Social media is a facade. I'm trying to find a girl at a swimming
game
pool.
ooh, a swimming pool.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Or I'll just go to Tennessee, the university of it, and
Yes.
just look around
Yes.
and hopefully find
I
true
could
love.
tell you a few buildings maybe you should search in, you know?
We can talk off air
too.
for sure.
Yeah, of course.
We can talk off air.
Yeah.
Christian, I mean, I don't want you to do this but I think I need to get off air pretty quick to have this conversation. But yeah, I think we're done here.
Yeah, we're good. But let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
Oh, brother, you guys are so weird.
Weird.
Don't stifle our love, okay?
It's hard out here. We just said how hard it is in the streets. When you find somebody, when you finally find someone
with this connection, come on.
Better than my internet connection, by the way.
Listen,
so you got.
I froze earlier, so you know mine's not good.
Oh my goodness.
What is it? What is it? What is it? Education connection. You know what I'm talking about? That commercials. No. You get college for free at Education Connect. Or whatever, fuck it.
I remember that. Where you were shopping for a new car, which one's me?
No, that's not it. It's
I know
another
it
one.
wasn't. Okay.
But it is similar. Yeah. They had some banger of some jingles though back in the day. There was some bangers.
But are we good? Are we good?
Hey, I'm as good as Gabby is.
God,
maybe not as good because obviously she is the best, but I'm just.
And what you guys didn't know is CJ and Gabby are going to have their own spinoff of our podcast. So I don't have to be here for this weird, awkward,
all about love
interaction.
I'm like trying to think. Yeah.
Jesus
Finding
Christ.
Love through a podcast.
Love isn't blind.
Internet connections.
Oh
Love
my
isn't
gosh,
blind.
it could be called Internet Connections.
Oh my God.
Look at us.
Yeah.
But thank you for tuning to another episode of Whattadud. Check us out on TikTok at Whattadud and check us out on Twitter at Whattadud Let us know what movies you want us to review or TV shows you think that we should get into. Does anyone else have anything to say before I sign us out?
No.
I'm just gonna say Tennessee needs to shape up.
Speaking of shaping up, y'all better get ready because the booties will be clapped whether they in shape or not. Clapping will be happening.
I was talking about politically, but it's fine.
Hey, the governors and senators, they better get their shits together because their booties will be clapped very soon.
And you know what, people? I'm gonna end it on that one. And remember, people, I've got a degree in fucking with that from the University of It's None of Your Damn Business, and it's actually a junior college. No, we don't remember where that's from.
What is
from
it?
Shrinking. All right, cool. It's from Shrinking. Got it. Cool. And remember, if I also had a catering business like Sean, I would call it White Guilt.
White Guilt. Yes. Bye.